How
How
dare
you?
you?
You didn't ruin shit.
How dare you? Do you want to tell people what we saw?
We saw the Seventh Seal.
It's from Sweden. This is called Walk Through Black Forest, which is what we witnessed. The walk through the Black Forest. Wasn't it upbeat like this?
Yeah.
When they were walking through the Black Forest?
Yeah.
Avoiding the plague. There aren't words, it's just upbeat. Why is so much pop music from Sweden? Okay, sorry. Oops. I just started it over. I'm better now. Sorry, guys.
So the Seventh Seal.
You didn't get it.
I didn't get it.
You know what would have helped if you were multilingual like me, because I can understand Swedish being Swedish.
I could read it.
So I didn't even need the subtitles.
It was also, it was like, we're kind of like low energy today. And so it was
sort of
dark
a
in there, and it was a low energy movie, so I was kind of like.
Were you dozing? I knew it. I thought you were crying, but you were sleeping.
I was not. Yeah, you were like, you're crying. And my eyes were watering, but I wasn't like,
you were like
sobbing. I wasn't like crying. It was just like I was trying not to fucking sleep in this movie. And it was good. It was good. I liked it. And I'm glad that we saw it. But I was like.
It's good though, like,
I didn't know what was going on.
Like Citizen Kane is good.
Right.
Or like, not to compare it to Citizen Kane, because that's probably not a fair comparison. But it's like.
Different movies.
They're different movies. But they're not like exciting films, but I think you could look back on the time and know why people felt the way they felt about them. Like, it was creepy if it was the 40s or whatever. 57.
I liked it. I mean, and I could definitely see the influences it's had in movies since then.
Nothing scarier than the skull. That's pretty much proven to be true. People really are afraid of skulls.
They really are.
What's
Death
really
was
make you
creepy.
feel like mortality?
I guess chess doesn't freak me out.
Okay, Death, though, looked like the dad from Veronica's Closet. Nope.
From Veronica Mars.
From Veronica Mars. Death looked like him, and so I found that sort of entertaining. Plus, when he chopped down that tree, that was really funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
That was funny.
There's
it
humor
was
in
funny.
It.
It was funny.
It's one of those
it was
horror
funnier
comedy.
than I thought it was gonna be. I guess the whole premise
Comedy.
of horromedy.
Horromedy?
A horror.
A horror.
A horror-romedy.
Well, anyway.
I guess the whole premise of a knight, right? He was a knight.
He was a knight, but really I felt like we followed his, squire more.
Yes.
Young. Because he was just out there doing good,
that whole
even
premise
though
of him
he didn't believe in an afterlife.
Playing chess
with
death is funny.
Yeah, but also iconic.
Iconic.
Which I never get to say, but I feel like playing chess with death is a thing, and I think it might be a thing because of this movie.
They kind of talk about it in the movie because he's like, you play chess.
That's true.
Because
he's
it's in the
seen
paintings
it in the
and the
paintings.
stories.
So what's the deal with that? Comment.
I don't really know stuff about death, I guess. I was going to say religion, but I don't think that really has much to do with religion. It's
right.
Just
everybody dies.
Right. It's just death is a figment.
Right. I liked that one guy really could see visions.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess what we should have known is that he saw the Virgin Mary, and therefore they were always going to be spared. Because he has the Virgin Mary protecting him.
Okay, so I get that part now.
We should have known that. I was afraid they were going to die because he was talking about them, and I was like, but there's such a cute little
it seemed like they
family.
were totally going to die.
Really serious question. When did 3-ball juggling become a thing? Because he was like, someday our son may accomplish the impossible feat to always have one ball in the air, which is juggling. Otherwise, you're just throwing balls to your hands. And then they were talking about He
I
was
guess-
only ever with 2 balls back and
Yeah,
forth.
I guess so. I guess I took the ball thing as keeping it in the air, meaning one ball will just stay in the air.
Oh, I thought he
But
was
I-
talking about the 3rd ball.
I think that you're correct, and then I was just dumb because I am a man.
It's embarrassing. All that extra brain and nothing to show
I was
for
like
it.
falling asleep in this movie, not this movie's fault. I was just like, I'm low
It's
energy.
not a quick movie though. It's not like
No, it's not quick because 1957
right.
pacing
Yeah.
is
Plus, I think a little bit the subject matter because it's like all about medieval times, not the place to eat,
and
but
like
the actual time frame. And
it has to
and
do
the
with like the
plague.
death and the devil, and like I'm sure there's stuff that
I
there's
think
ways you have to shoot things and do things back in that time.
maybe what we're supposed to take away is that the squire lived the same way his whole life, with or without any kind of belief in God or anything. Like he was just a good guy because.
Was he though?
I don't know, because he could have raped that
He
girl.
coulda
And
raped
he's
that
raped a lot
girl.
of girls. He's just sick of it. It gets a little dry.
Yeah,
Which
so
was
I'm like.
Also, technically, a very funny rape joke.
When he's like, I'm tired of that kind of love, it gets dry. I'm like, love.
These are certainly different times.
I mean, this was like medieval times,
Right.
So
Not the restaurant.
not.
I still want to go to medieval times.
I do too, and I just don't think it's worth it.
I know. There's another one too. Doesn't
There is
the
another one.
Excalibur do that?
They have yes.
I
in
bet
Vegas,
it's less
yes.
expensive at the Excalibur.
I think you can get deals because they're always doing deals in Vegas.
Right.
I don't think that one's worth it either.
Well, what would you think it would be worth?
I mean, I would go to
$40.
it.
$40.
Right.
I think
I
should
think
be the
medieval
cap.
times was like
Like
$97.
$75. Yeah,
and
it
I'm
was
like,
really
I don't
expensive.
wanna
I was gonna do that for my 40th birthday, but now instead we're going to Australia.
do that. Because it's cheap,
Same
affordable.
price. Same price.
Very affordable. So the Seventh Seal, I don't really know how to explain this movie.
I
'cause
don't either. I love the idea at the end when she's like reading the most depressing passage from I don't even think the Bible, but some sort of religious.
Yes.
But I think maybe all writings were religious at that time.
Yes.
It was like, that's what you're talking about at breakfast?
Yeah. She was hot too, I
She
thought.
was pretty, yeah, absolutely.
And I'm like,
Especially for standing around waiting for 10 years. Lady in waiting. Is that what she was?
yes.
Because
Yes.
he was at the.
So they just all died.
Yeah.
Because he had to die.
So he killed everybody
So he
by
killed
playing
everybody.
a game with death. But death doesn't actually know anything about God, which was another interesting plot twist. Because
'Cause-
you would think,
Death is not the devil.
right, and death doesn't know the devil or God, he is unknowing.
But he knows chess.
But he knows some chess. And he's tricky.
He's a trickster.
He's
this
Mr.
Death.
Trickster.
I'm
We
like
should start calling it that. Oh, they got
Trick-
tricked.
a tricky fish, that one.
Tricky fish. Not a dolphin. It's a shark.
Stupid.
Okay, so let's start at the beginning. Do we start with the minstrels or do we start with the. Oh, they're like laying on the beach, which they look dead, but I guess they're just
Yeah.
napping there.
I
on the
guess.
rocks.
I
On
guess
these
I
jagged
guess they were
rocks,
just napping.
Uneven, splayed out,
Do you think they were like passed out?
like they just journeyed until they could journey no
And
more.
yeah, and like they were just like schnockered and then passed out.
I guess. I don't know. It seemed like they just got up when they woke up, they got up and they went. That's
Well,
very
he
weird.
met up with Death first
Right.
and was like, "Let's play some chess."
Okay,
Chess,
so
not
they were.
chest.
Let's play some chess.
Chest.
They were. So he must have been dying at that point, and that's how he met up with Death. That's when they were dying. And he was trying
Dying
to
from
travel
what?
back from the Crusades to his wife.
Okay.
Yeah, they must not have had the plague, so it had to just be exhaustion.
Right.
Because
Okay.
otherwise they would have been oh, maybe it was the plague and they were just killing everybody with the plague. And that's why everybody had to die at the end, except for the ones protected by the Virgin Mary. There was a lot of really dark religious stuff. They were beating the plague out of people. They were like whipping them to punish them for the Lord. And
yeah.
some poor monk was just carrying a cross around, and I couldn't tell if that was punishment or a choice. There
Lots
were two
of
crosses.
like super. I mean, I was like, all right, okay. Like
They burned someone alive. Was she not the same person as the one who was caught sleeping with the devil, or something?
I thought so.
I thought they were the same person.
I thought it was.
In Sweden, I know I should know this because it's my heritage.
There's Nina.
Did they cut the women's hair if they were witches? Or did witches cut their hair, and that's one of the ways you could tell it was a witch? Because both of the witch ladies, or maybe they were the same person, had short hair.
It was the same one, I think.
Then I guess it doesn't really
I
matter.
don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. It was weird that she had she looked like Robin. You know, Robin.
Well, yeah, have you
artist.
seen Rosemary's Baby?
No.
Because when she cuts her hair in that, it's fucking, they're all like,
So you think it's the same thing?
yeah, it's like kind of, I don't know,
Like
it's like,
she's-
it's weird. It's like a thing. Like,
Because she cut her hair,
Yeah.
she is with the devil.
right.
But I can still smell that onion. I guess it's on my hand.
I mean, it's like, it was intense. It was
It
intense.
hurt my eyeballs.
Katie's got onions.
I'm a chef and an RN.
And a film scholar.
And a scholar. Get out here, you stupid paper jerk. You're making me look stupid.
So this movie, the biggest thing to me with this movie was just like mood. It's just mood.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
a very
moody.
moody movie.
Very mood.
Everything's very dark, and even the light parts have a darkness to them. Like there are these traveling minstrel jesters that they
Mhm.
sort of refer to as actors, but I think really they're like minstrels and jesters based on the outfits.
Yes.
I mean, I guess they put on plays, so
Right.
I don't know. But they don't. The plays don't seem to make any sense. Was she being chased by a bull or something?
Yeah.
And there was a rooster.
And then they sang.
And then they sang. Anyway, even while that was happening, which is Mary, then the woman is cheating on her husband. Are we supposed to be seeing like all the juxtapositions there?
Yeah,
and
I
why?
didn't get that. I was like, and then how they like found them,
Just wandering through the woods.
and she was like against her husband, and then all of a sudden
she
she's
switched
like
teams.
switched teams, and like
And then they were calling it like a play by play, which was funny. They
Yes.
were like, in a little while she'll be crying.
that was
That
funny.
was a little Germany of me, sorry.
Not
Germanish.
Not
No.
Swedish. Not
It's a good thing you
Swedish.
had an
ja.
umbrella, otherwise you would have gotten wet. Oh, soon she will be crying. It's silly to watch this woman cry all the time. I got it. Anyway, that was funny.
I mean, there was a lot of humor in it,
Yeah.
and that was fun.
Yeah, I didn't think that it would be funny, and there
No.
there were times that the people around us were laughing, and I was like, I don't get it. I don't get it. And I'm a scholar, and
Like-
an RN and a chef.
The rape joke, I was like, you know, it's very clever. Do I laugh?
It's pretty funny.
It was like funny and like unexpected, I think was the theory to ruin it.
There was actually quite a lot of dirtiness. Like the song was
Yeah.
about like a virgin and her pussy,
Right!
and they used the,
the
word
word pussy. I was like, oh, they used that word in 1957?
Nasty. This film must have been an R-rate. I mean, I bet people didn't see this movie because of how dirty it was.
It's an art house film.
It was risque. And then the squire sings a song about like the only way to be a man is to, or be a man like me is to basically rape women, I guess.
Yeah.
So, which was actually a pretty funny song too.
Yeah.
So I was raised in a really toxic culture, and I find those things really funny. Also, you know what? Back to the Future, he's a peeping Tom, like, total creeper, and we're just, like, rooting for him the whole time. But what's wrong with Biff? He's just sort of mean.
Yeah, he's mean.
Oh, he's sort of rapey, though, right? He
is.
To rape
yeah, because he tries to rape
your damn hands off.
So, I mean, Biff is not a good guy.
No. Nobody seems to be particularly good in Back to the Future. Although Christian Bale does save Lorraine.
Christian Bale?
Kristen
Glover?
Christian Bale is like, stop it.
Get your damn hands off her.
Did you not see the Batman remake of Back to the mashup? Batman. Back to the Batman, they call
Bale. He would have been cute, though. He was cute in the 80s.
Yeah. They knew that they wanted Crispin Glover right away. Is that the situation? Because they didn't seem to like him very much. But
No, they knew they wanted him right away. They did not like him.
Right. We switched.
So it's a Back to the Future episode now. They did not like him.
Yeah. But he was right. I think the way that he played the dad is absolutely right.
Yes.
I mean, he's just so neurotic. And
Yes.
then he laughs and he's like, like, it's so perfect. Oh, anyway.
Anyway. Back to the Future is a great movie. You should watch it.
You guys should all watch it if you haven't. Or if you have.
Watch it.
Just really the first one. I mean, you can watch the second one. I
The
wasn't
second
allowed
one
to.
used to always be my favorite one. I don't think it's that good anymore.
And then the third one used to be my favorite, I think, but it's not as good.
Yeah, but I
as the
think
first one.
I think it's better than the second one.
Yeah. They do create a little bit of their own storyline for it, like Marty hates to be killed.
I'm honestly shocked there's never been a fourth one.
Well, there's still so much time.
I know.
They'll remake the whole franchise.
I'm really surprised that it hasn't happened.
I don't know if I'll see it. I don't know if I can see it.
Maybe they'll make it with Eric Stoltz. This is not a Back to the Future episode.
It's about the 7th opening.
The seventh seal.
Close.
There were no seals in this movie.
Were you expecting, like, in a world full of people, only someone who flies, is that crazy? He wasn't in it at all, much less 6 additional.
He wasn't in it at all. What the hell?
In a world full of people, only someone who flies. Crazy.
He does sing it like that, too. Right there. Fuck. Oh.
This is a seal.
I didn't.
Oh, Heidi Klum is Swedish.
Heidi Klum is Swedish.
Full circle.
I bet she's seen this movie.
Probably grew up watching it at her
And
overnight.
then it's a class.
With her friends. They do talk a lot about, okay, so I was just watching that pop show that's on Netflix that you'll love. And when they're talking about how pop music from Sweden has become so popular here, and obviously they talk about ABBA and whatever, but mostly they talk about this production group. They talk so much about how in Sweden you're not supposed to have, like, you're never supposed to boast about yourself. Like, there's a word that they have for it, and it's more like, look at what other great things other people have done and not internalize how great you are. Mm-hmm. And then they sort of talk about that in this movie.
Oh.
They talk about, like, someone's insulting someone and they're like, you're something about their own greatness. And so anyway, I think that that's interesting that it's like a cultural thing for them. So that was kind of cool. Had I not watched that pop thing?
I need to watch that pop thing.
Yeah. It's a good thing I watched that pop thing. Otherwise, I wouldn't have even known.
I didn't watch the pop thing. I knew nothing about this.
Oh my gosh, you'll like
movie.
it so much. not
Other
a movie.
than-
It's a
I was talking about this
This
movie. I
movie
knew
that we
nothing about
watched.
this movie other than it was directed by Ingmar Bergman.
which is not Ingrid Bergman. And to the best of our knowledge, they aren't related. We didn't look into it per se, but it would be
And I
sort
knew
of
that bald death guy. I
From
have
Veronica
seen.
Mars.
Yes, I have seen him in Veronica Mars, so I knew that.
and
he was in her.
White Collar,
Oh yeah,
right? Isn't he in
Yeah.
White Collar?
isn't his name like Enrico?
Yeah.
Enrico something.
Fabrizio.
Enrico Colantoni or something like that.
You want to look that?
This is not
All the people.
a Veronica Mars, a Veronica's Closet episode.
Veronica's Closet. Colin Tony.
Enrico Colantoni. How did I know that?
Oh, is that what you said?
Yes.
Great job. Great
I think I like him, that's why.
job. I like him too. He's always likable even when he's not. He's really good at being not very good. He's good at being a bad guy and a good guy.
Yeah.
Unlike Eric Stoltz, who is really just good at being serious.
Yeah. Can't play comedy. Not a
Another
Back to the
thing about
Future.
Back to the Future is that if Eric Stoltz had been Marty, it wouldn't have been funny.
No, he was so cute.
So
Oh my
cute.
god, like gorgeous.
Beautiful.
I'm like, give me that jacket. They're like, we got rid of the black jacket. And I'm like, I want it. It's gorgeous.
I do. I'm super glad that they made the change, though,
I
in
know.
the wardrobe. Okay, so we're following this knight and
Yes.
the squire while the knight continues to play chess with death. And the squire...
And no one sees it, right? Except
Right.
for the like
Minstrel.
gesture.
We don't
I
know
don't
that
want to
yet.
say minstrel. I don't want to say it.
That's a toxic attitude
Just
about
jester.
femininity, and they're different words. The menstrual cycles.
No, yeah, but like minstrel. When I think of like minstrel, I think of like
Oh,
black
I thought you were thinking of
face and, like,
menstruation,
no, I think of
which
like
is also menstrual, like menstrual cramp.
That's menstrual.
Yeah,
feel
we're
like-
saying the same word.
Minstrel.
Oh, you say minstrel?
Well, I'm saying minstrel for the fucking minstrels.
Okay, well, fine. They're jesters
Jesters
and actors,
and actors, maybe.
kind of.
Kind of. Like,
So anyway, we're following these guys around. He's playing death in a game of chess, and the squire is pretty much going around making fun of the fact that they were on the Crusades and that it was like worthless, and then saving lives of people who he feels are innocent, but kind of like it's inconsequential to him. He happens to be there.
Right.
Because he also helps push the witch to her death, and he wants to save her, and the Lord
Yeah.
is like, there's nothing you can do.
yeah.
And we have to just move on.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. So we're following them around through, I guess, Sweden. I'm assuming we're in Sweden.
I mean, I guess.
And the plague is sweeping the countryside, but very specifically right now it is in the coastal
West? Yeah.
west coastal range.
Yeah.
And so people are sort of trying to escape, which obviously will just bring it to the rest of Sweden. And I knew that before we just had a plague.
I mean, if you
I
didn't
was
know
struck
it
by
before.
how absolutely filthy everything was, and I was like, huh, makes sense.
Yeah.
They should wash their hands for at least 25 seconds.
Well, yeah. Don't shit in the street.
Don't even get me started about drinking bleach. That's the way to do it. Apparently, some people were burning themselves with fire to try to rid
Yes.
themselves of it, and that was sort of funny to me because it seemed a lot like drinking bleach. I was like, what a bunch of morons! You know it'll kill you! You know! Anyway, it killed tens of thousands of people, which was probably a higher percentage than
I
the
think what it
people
shows
who
here, I
died.
know this is a movie, but I think what it shows us is that humans don't evolve.
Oh,
Humans don't evolve. We don't evolve anymore past this.
This is as high as we go.
So drink the bleach, burn yourselves.
Just like
Don't
how
wear a
in Back
mask.
to the Future, if it had ended the way they wanted it to in the future,
Would have been like,
life wasn't that different. People hold balls with their
weren't they
dicks,
gonna
and
like?
that's
They
the
were gonna like
difference.
blow it up.
Yeah,
Weren't they gonna blow it
it was
up?
an atomic bomb.
I was like, I don't.
That's how you're gonna get back? Is it a bomb shelter? The Bobs.
No wonder Eric Stoltz was taking it too seriously.
Right! But he's always, that is absolutely something I've always thought watching Back to the Future is like, it's sad that he won't have like the
He doesn't
experiences
have
of
any of
anyone
that.
else. But don't his parents remember this friend that was like Marty?
They must.
Like, is he named after him?
Like,
Because
they
his name
must.
seems the same in his name. Oh, I guess his name was Calvin. Calvin Klein.
I guess. I
Anyway,
guess it was Calvin
It
Klein.
must be weird for them to see Calvin Klein in their son. And also, if I were Crispin, I would be like, why do you look exactly like our friend Calvin's son?
I know. What do you mean, like?
Did you run into someone from our
It's all right. Well, I mean, like, I remember. This is a Back to the Future episode now. Well, like, it's just like the whole movie is her wanting to sleep with her son. You know,
is
so it's just like
just inappropriate.
weird all around.
It's a weird film.
A weird movie that is
That
really
this is
great.
about.
And
Oh, I love it.
I love it. I can't believe you were allowed to watch it.
I guess it was just so popular.
I guess.
And it was the 50s, which is when the world was
But
good.
again, it's about a mom trying to sleep with her son.
Yeah. But then also they just didn't think that sort of thing happened back then. So they must have not pieced together that's what she wanted to do, even though it was very obvious and basically stated. Lorraine.
Anyway, Seventh Seal.
So we're following them around. He's playing dead. We run into some jesters. They are happy.
Yes.
And I thought you were like jingling bells.
No.
And I was like,
That's sorry.
they're happy. And then he has a vision of the Virgin Mary earlier. And then they
Yes.
hook up with this lord and the squire because they have a really lovely dinner together, like a picnic dinner of strawberries and milk.
Yeah, because he's like, your son is adorable.
He's the beautiful. Someday he
And
will
then
be a great acrobat.
Yeah, and it's like, do you want her to be an acrobat? And
She's like, I don't know, maybe a knight. And he's like, sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks. My job is not good.
You'll want him to be an acrobat.
I mean, so many choices.
I mean,
Those two. And probably blacksmith.
yes.
Yeah. So 3 options. And then the minstrel, so sorry, the jester. That's still right though, right?
I think it's right. I think it is correct.
Because, like, in the Holy Grail, not
Right.
an incredible historic document,
It's
they
sacred
have
text.
someone who plays the lute with them, and I
Yeah.
thought it was their minstrel.
Yeah, and I think it is. And like,
Now all I can think of is what you were talking about.
I
terrible.
know.
I feel like
Well, because
terrible
like there's a minstrel in Robin Hood too, right?
Right.
Yeah.
The rooster.
Yes. Yes.
The rooster.
Well, you know, if he was a crow, it would be like.
Yeah, but I would have liked the music a lot better because it was all like country, and it would have been so much better.
I love Oodle Lolly Hollywood today.
Yeah, but he doesn't really sing that. Well, I guess he does.
It kind of is.
You're right. Ever thinking there'd be danger in the water they were drinking, they just guzzled it down. I love that song.
That's a good one.
But he also sings that not Nottingham.
Yeah.
And that's slow.
It is very country. Disney, 70s Disney, man.
70s Disney.
What's up?
There you go. This is a Robin Hood.
Okay, so...
Which, you know what? At least the time frame's right. Because
Right.
that their
Same
king
time.
is at the Crusades.
Yes.
So it's the same time. Exactly. No one has the plague in Robin
No one
Hood.
has the plague. Are they in Sweden?
I don't know. No, England.
England, everyone's British.
King Richard. It's literally about King
Yes. It's real. It's real. I don't know why I did that.
Richard.
I have water left.
Yeah, you're not so smart about it. I can't. Okay, so elements, the... I hate you. What'd you do?
I pulled it closer. I don't know
I
why.
thought you were like...
See, now you are.
Anyway. They are... traveling together, and then Death beats the Lord or whatever in the game of chess, and then he's like, I'll see you tomorrow, and all of your merry band will die along with you. Have a great evening. And then he still goes home, and basically kills his wife, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Rude. But I guess he
Absolutely
wanted to
kills
see
his
her
wife, I guess.
once more. She would have just been hanging out anyway,
I
waiting.
mean, just
so it's
a
for the
lady in
best
waiting,
lady
so.
in waiting. I don't know if that's really what that means.
No, I think a lady in waiting is like
Someone who's
a servant.
open for the.
Like
oh,
when
I
it-
thought
like,
they were
I
open
thought it
for
was like-
marriage.
No, I thought the lady in waiting was like the servant to like women.
Oh, like lady in the waiting area.
Yes.
A lady in waiting, or court lady, is a female personal assistant at the court attending on royal women or high-ranking noble women.
I'm smart, my man.
That's the truth.
I thought that was Joey, but he's too tall.
That's Thomas.
That's
He lives over
Thomas.
there. He lit his apartment on fire once.
Oh.
Well, not
purpose?
really. I think he started like a little grease fire, and the fire department had to come.
Why? Because the thing went off? Don't they have to come?
No, they're not hooked up to anything
Oh.
here. This place doesn't have any safety features. What haven't we talked about? They die, and it seems okay.
There's that whole part in the tavern.
Oh, where the guy's like, you
The
stole
jester
my...
guy. Yeah.
An actor stole my wife. Sad, 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 sad.
And then-
the jester is sort of like cracking jokes about it. And then all of a sudden,
There's
some guy's
like a.
like, you're an actor,
And
so
he's
you
like-
should die.
We see him earlier
Stealing things off of
of
dead people.
and he was like he was a priest.
And he convinced this guy who now steals things from dead people, convinced the Lord at the time when he was a priest to go on the Crusades.
Yes.
See, I think because the Lord is seeking proof that there's God, and so this guy basically told him he would find that proof on the Crusades,
Okay.
but he doesn't.
No.
And then that's what he wants when death is there. That's all he wants to do is find proof that there's a God, and he never does.
No, that's sad.
It is sad. And then he decides that, then he has faith, I guess, at the end when he's praying, and he says to the God who must exist, because,
Spare us or whatever.
yeah. And the other guy's like, I've raped many women, I'm ready, take me.
It's dry.
I'm not afraid of you. Not when I'm a hero who rapes.
I mean, it was a good movie. a weird
It's a
one.
weird movie.
It was a weird one.
I wouldn't recommend it to just anyone.
Right. It's not your average Joe moviegoer movie.
No. But it was
If you like art house shit,
cinematic.
Cinematic.
It tells a tale by both the way it is shot and directed and through the words of the actors.
I would agree with that.
And they're all very Swedish looking.
So Swedish.
Oh my gosh.
I thought the knight was gorgeous.
So skinny though.
Yeah,
And his
really skinny.
chainmail
Like,
was hanging
gorgeous.
there. Just empty.
That blonde hair was gorgeous.
He did have very nice blonde hair.
Good chiseled face.
Very
I like
quite
a chiseled
chiseled.
face.
I really preferred the rapey hero guy. He kind of had a Jason Statham-ishness
I kind of
about
like
him.
that too.
You know, kind of like a cocky swagger. That's what he had.
Well, you know, he's over raping women, so it's dry.
It's dry. And they were giving him diseases as punishment. Says that. Right towards the beginning. Fucking women. All I did was rape them. And they had the audacity to give me a disease.
Dare they?
How dare they?
Oh,
So that's it.
that's that. That meandering Back to the Future talk.
Yeah, make sure to watch Back to the Future. A fantastic
And
film.
watch.
And think about how different it would be with Eric Stoltz in
Watch the movies that made us.
Season 2.
Season 2.
It's the first episode.
First episode is
And then
Back to the
Pretty
Future.
Woman is the second episode,
You have to watch that.
which we haven't finished, but we've watched a little of.
Will you please tell them what your mom told you when she put...
My mom wouldn't let me watch Pretty Woman until 7th grade, which actually I guess that's like fairly recent to the release date, right? Like it came out in like 94.
It came out in like 1990.
Oh, 90. Okay. Not recent. And Mystic Pizza. So how dare they say that she was an unknown actress?
How dare
Vincent D'Onofrio is in Mystic Pizza. Huge stars. Anyway, my mom is like, I have to say this. If you choose a life of prostitution, it's nothing like this movie. No, there won't be a man to come and save you on a white horse. It's a dark life choice or something. I don't know. I really nailed it last time, and now I'm like,
You know what? It's still good.
did I pretty? And then she let us watch it. It's a good movie.
Because she was like, but this is a really
good
good
movie.
movie. Ah, Bev.
Bev.
All right. Well, that's the seventh seal.
Yeah, watch
Seek it
Pretty
out.
Woman.
Watch Pretty Woman. Watch Back to the Future.
Go to the Academy.
Go to
They're
the
back
Academy.
open. If you're in
Support
Portland,
your-
support your local
theaters.
theaters.
Go see movies.
Watch everything on HBO too, because you don't care about theaters.
Fuck you. There was no theaters open. And like, I'm not gonna go to the movie theater.
You
and
know
watch
what?
Space
Why don't
Jam
you
2.
just like sit in the car? How
I'll
about?
go sit in
Why
the
don't you
car.
wait in the car?
We're gonna go sit in the car. Bye.
I'm not going.